I almost scrolled past this niche. I was doing board game research on Etsy about a year ago. Mahjong kept popping up and I filed it away and moved on. Big mistake. 6 months ago, a member of my inner circle who happens to be Jewish told me something that stopped me cold. She was like, Jay, Mahjong is a massive tradition in the Jewish community. Multi-generational, community centers, synagogue game nights, women's group that have been playing together for decades. She said nobody's really serving these people on Etsy and her friend was looking for some cool new swag. Would this be a good niche to pursue? I went and looked and she was totally right. What I found was a passionate, organized, high-spending community with almost zero POD competition. That combination, passionate community, real spend, and no competition, is the only holy grail that you're ever looking for. Today, I'm going to show you the entire playbook. ProfitTree for research, Printify for products and profit math, and Kittl for designs, including 3 recipes that I'm going to fully dissect for you. If you're already in the inner circle, you know exactly what's coming. This is the full public version. Everyone else, stay with me. This one is worth your time because I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, Jay, is this actually real or is this another niche that looks good on paper and dies in practice? So let me show you what happens when people actually execute on niches like this. These are real people, real shops, real sales, real niches nobody was talking about until they were. That's what I want for you with Mahjong, because we're going to talk about what no POD content says out loud. The niche alone doesn't make you money. Being early to the niche and having the right designs makes you money. In 6 months, someone's going to make a video about how Mahjong is a gold mine. You're watching that video right now. So let me show you the data. Quick picture of who the buyer actually is, because this shapes every design decision that we make. American Mahjong skews female, 35 to 65, real disposable income, groups, Mahjong Mondays, game night circles, community clubs. They gift each other. They carry tote bags to their games. They want mugs for the group. The Jewish community in particular is a significant part of that buyer base. Tight-knit, gift-giving, strong traditions around gathering. That is a buyer who shows up and spends. Facebook groups with hundreds of thousands of members, deeply underserved by POD sellers. And every April, the National Mahjong League releases a new card. Annual traffic spike, like clockwork. You want listings ready in March. Let me show you the data that confirms all of this. All right, ProfitTree, specifically the product finder. This is where the research starts. If you haven't tried ProfitTree before, it's not just a keyword tool, it's a full product research engine built especially for Etsy sellers. The product finder lets you search any niche and surfaces real winning products with actual sales data behind them. Estimated revenue, sales velocity, competition scores, all in one view. I type Mahjong into the product finder search and let it run. Look at what comes back. I can see products ranked by opportunity score. ProfitTree is weighing demand against competition and surfacing the best combinations. I can see estimated monthly sales, revenue, how many total reviews a listing has, and how long it's been live. And best of all, you can see what's hot right now and how many sales they've had in the last 24 hours. And that last one, listing age versus the review count, is a signal I always try to pay attention to. A listing that's been live for 2 years with only 40 reviews but strong monthly sales, that tells me buyers are there, but the seller hasn't locked the market down. There's still room to play. Now I get more specific. I search Mahjong gift, then Mahjong tote bag, then Mahjong shirt, or Mahjong scorecard. Every single one of these returns solid results with workable competition. This is not a saturated niche. This is an active buying community that POD sellers have largely walked past. Here's something most sellers in particularly miss on the niche. The spelling. Mahjong, 2 G's, is the American spelling used by the National Mahjong League. I run that search too. Different results, different buyers. You want both spellings in your listing titles and your tags. This is different than just having an S on the end of something and making it plural. Now I want to go a little deeper on the best listing. ProfitTree also has an Etsy radar. It's a Chrome extension, which I can flip on and browse directly inside Etsy with the data overlaid. So I take the top products from the product finder and go look at them on Etsy with Etsy radar running. Now I can see every listing's revenue, sales count, and conversion data right there on the page while I'm browsing. You can click into the top 2 or 3 Mahjong listings here and look at what's actually driving them. Notice something? The best-selling products are not the most creative ones. They're the most clearly positioned. The buyer knows exactly who this is the second they see the title. That's our entire design brief right there. And by the way, if you want to grab ProfitTree for yourself, they have a lifetime deal running right now. 1 payment, lifetime access, and it comes with a bunch of bonuses. It's only $67 and I'll leave my link in the top comment. It's worth looking at before the deal does go away. All right, ProfitTree showed us what's selling and who's buying it. Now Printify tells us what we can actually sell and at what margin. I'm walking through 3 products in this niche. I'm going to show you exactly how I compare providers. Product 1, tote bag. This is the anchor product for this niche. Women bring tote bags to their games. It's practically part of the culture, I'm learning. Not a hard sell. I'm comparing Monster Digital versus just Strict Photo. We're going to look at the base cost, print area, and shipping speeds to the US. Product 2, the 11-ounce mug. This is your gift item. Mugs are the #1 category on Etsy. Easy impulse buy. Mahjong groups do Secret Santa. They do birthdays. A Mahjong themed mug is a no-brainer to add to any order. Product 3, the unisex tee. I'm looking at the Bell & Canvas 3001 or the Gildan 64000 soft style for this demographic. And because the buyer skew is female, the Bell & Canvas 3001 that is unisex but slightly tapered makes a right fit. When someone wears a Mahjong shirt, they want the group to see it. This isn't streetwear. This is community pride. So design accordingly. Here's a move worth writing down. Yes, Printify lets you switch providers without redesigning your product. So if a provider has a stock issue or a price jump or they're a little delayed, you're not starting over. You just swap the provider. The design stays, the blank stays, and your size and color options stay. This is where most POD tutorials get lazy. They just say aim for 30% margin and move on. We're not doing that. We're going number by number on all 3 products. Tote bag, Printify base cost, between $9 and $12. Sell price on Etsy, $25. Etsy fees eat about $2 to $3. Your net profit, over $10. It's roughly a 45-ish margin. Mug, base cost, $5.50. Sell at $19.99. Fees, $2.60. Net profit, about $11.80. Closer to 50-60%. And then you have your tee. Bell & Canvas base price, $11. Sell at $28-$29. Fees, $3.75. Net profit, $14.24. Right around 49%. Now here's the math that actually matters. 5 tote bags, 5 mugs, 5 shirts a week. Those are consecutive numbers for a niche with this kind of community. And we're clearing roughly $190 profit per week from 15 sales. That's $750 a month from one niche. 3 products, 15 sales a week. Scale that. Now, if you're not already on Printify Premium, this is the moment to look at it. Premium will cut your base cost by up to 20%, which moves those margins noticeably higher at any kind of volume. And I got a link that gets you 30 days of Printify Premium completely free, and the coupon code is Jay's Way Printify. Both go in the top comment, so use them if you want to save some money. Now, before we get into the design side, I want to tell you about 2 places where we take all of this a lot further. The first one is the Shirtheads. That's my community on School where Juna, Duncan, and I go live and redesign real members' designs. We do it head-to-head live weekly. If you submit your design, we might pick it and you walk away with redesigned version or 2 or 3, sometimes more, that you can use commercially. Full commercial rights, yours to keep. It's $7 a month and there's a 7-day free trial. I'll leave the link in the top comment and in the description as well. And if you want to go deeper beyond the designs into more of the advanced strategies and mindset behind what actually makes a POD business work, that's the inner circle. Every session, Juna and I do 3 to 4 design level ups. But we also get into the thinking behind it. Why certain niches compound, how to build a product line that works while you sleep, the stuff that doesn't always make it into these videos, also in the description. All right, enough with the shameless plugs, let's get to Kittl. Kittl open, new project. I'm gonna select Printify POD preset. This auto sets the canvas to the correct dimensions. It took 10 seconds, that's why I use Kittl. It's built exactly for this workflow. The thing before we dive in, Kittl has a free plan you can start today at 0 cost. If you wanna use the full feature set, more templates, more of the good stuff really, use code JaysWayYT at checkout for 25% off as well. Now watch what this thing can actually do. Here's the thing that used to drive me crazy about designing for POD. You spend an hour to look like every other design. Not because you had bad taste, because the tools you were using didn't give you enough control to make it actually yours. Kittl fixes that, specifically with text. The text effects in here, the arch, the curve, the distort, the shadow variation, each one of those is a one-click transformation that makes it look like someone spent real time on it. And the key thing here is that every combination produces something different. Same phrase, different effect, different font, different niche completely. That gives you unique output every single time. That's how you build a product fast without everything looking like it came from the same template. Let me show you exactly what I mean. This buyer, Mahjong player, is not shopping for graphic design sophistication. They want something that says exactly what they feel about the game, about their group, about belonging to this community. Typography alone does most of that work, and Kittl's text effects are why this takes minutes instead of hours. Watch how fast this moves. I'm going to type Mahjong is my cardio on 2 lines here with an arch text effect, and I'm just going to use Kittl's smart words here to remix this design and add some floral print in the background of the text. You can optionally drop in the texture overlay. I don't think we need one this time. We already have something that looks so intentional. I don't start from nothing. I look at what's already working, not to copy it, but to reverse engineer the recipe. We're seeing arches everywhere. We're seeing floral prints that have, gone on with the coquette theme and the chinoiserie forever. And it's still working. Every successful design has ingredients. Once you know the ingredients, you can plug any niche into it. Let me show you 3 recipes working right now and how I'm translating each one to Mahjong. Recipe 1, vintage sports badge. You see this one in fishing, golf, hunting, outdoor hobby niches most of the time. The ingredients, you got this kind of circular or, curved badge frame shape here, distressed texture, a sans serif kind of bold font, muted 2 to 3 color palette, cream, navy, rust, maybe forest green. For Mahjong, Mahjong champion, established for whatever birthday. In Kittl, search templates. Type vintage badge. Pick one with a circular frame. Swap the central icon. Then replace the text. Adjust the color palette. Done. And you can always ask AI down here to remix something if you wanted a slightly different look. Recipe 2, blank canvas in Kittl. Drop in a display font. I'm going to use one of Kittl's exclusive typefaces here. Slight arch on the type, which is super hot in Etsy. I'm going to ask the AI down here to remix it and add that floral element in the background. Export, and done. All under 5 minutes. Recipe 3, cottagecore and botanical. This style is absolutely huge on Etsy right now, and Pinterest says it's going to be huge for all of 2026. And it's huge with this exact demographic. The ingredients, soft illustrated florals or botanicals, darker color palettes, delicate serif fonts, and a central object surrounded by these organic shapes here. For Mahjong, a tile set surrounded by florals, soft sage and blush palette, game night in delicate script. This is perfect for tote bags and mugs, and it speaks directly to the core buyer. In Kittl, use a floral frame template, center a Mahjong tile in the illustration, update the color palette. Beauty. Now here's a strategic move that ties all this together. Don't design one thing for this niche. Take the same niche and run it through 3 different design recipes. Vintage badge, you got your bold type, and botanical. And then list all 3. Different buyers respond to different aesthetics. You're not narrowing down your audience, you're giving them options. 3 designs, same niche, same research, different ideal customers. That's how you build a real product line and brand. You got 3 design recipes that work for this buyer, and you know how to execute it all in Kittl in under 10 minutes of design. The only question left is whether you're actually going to start today, because somebody's going to own this niche. It's either going to be you or it's going to be somebody else who watched this video and moved while you were still thinking about it, or while you just went down another rabbit hole watching 8 other videos. 2 places to take this further, got links in the description. The Shirtheads, that's where Juna and I redesign your real designs live head to head, $7 a month, 7-day free trial. And the Inner Circle, advanced strategy, the business mindset, live design sessions, and feedback every week. Pick your level, hit subscribe, and drop a comment with the niche you want me to research next. I read every single comment and I try to reply to it. And check the top comment. See you in the next one.